What's up guys, this is Nukin and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. I make videos all the time about Galaxy of Heroes. In today's video, I'm going to showcase how you, yes you, can get yourself one famous Wookie, none other than the legendary Wookie himself, Chewbacca, the OT Chewbacca from the older Star Wars movies. So hopefully after watching this video, you can unlock this famous Wookie and hopefully actually get him all the way up to 7 stars. Also, real quick, let me know down in the comments below how you did in this legendary event. If you're close, if you've already got him unlocked, if you got him 7 stars. Every single person that writes a comment down below on this video is going to be entered in a Blue Designs giveaway where I'll be giving away, shoot, I forgot what I'm going to be giving away. Just one second. All right, so I'm back and I actually went and checked. So I have some microphones to give away. I have a Blue Yeti and a Blue Nano that you can choose from. If you want to do some headphones, I have a pair of Lola headphones from Blue Designs. And then I also have a Compass boom arm and a shock mount. So you can pick one of those if you're a lucky winner. All you got to do is write a comment down below on how you did in this legendary event. So without further ado, let's just get right into the strategy and the tips. So we're going to jump right into some gameplay and fly through the first 4 tiers. The first 4 tiers are relatively very easy. You should be able to beat them with ease. In fact, you can probably do this with, I don't know, gear 4 characters or something like that. But we're going for the unlock, so you're going to definitely need to double that gear level. And if you're going to go for the 7-star, you're probably going to want to have gear 9 to gear 11 bounty hunters. So we're going to go through these tiers really fast and then we'll slow it down to tier 5. Now if you can't get to the final tiers, you're not missing out. It's the same cinematic, it's the same fight, it's one wave, same opponents. It just gets harder. It's almost kind of disappointing, to be honest, but maybe I had my hopes too high. Now I want to say that the strategy is going to be the same across all the tiers. You want to take out Chewbacca and you want to take out the characters that don't have the guard buff. So that's going to be R2-D2 and Lando. I kind of messed around on trying to take out a guarded enemy first and it was a waste of time. So just try to focus down R2-D2, Lando, and Chewbacca first and then finish up with Rolo and Han Solo because they'll have the guard buff removed when Chewbacca dies. And I think you're kind of forced to attack R2-D2 anyway because R2-D2 will stealth everyone and he'll be the only opponent to attack. So that's going to be the strategy for this. We're going to try to focus down the non-guarded characters. So every character that's Chewbacca to the left is what you're going to want to take out first. And if you're having any difficulty on this, then you're going to actually have to just retry it a few times. And if you keep failing, that means that you're probably not ready. You need to put your higher quality mods on your characters by using mod loadouts. In mods 2.0 we can have mod loadouts. Set up a loadout of your arena team. You typically put your best mods on your arena team and put them on your bounty hunters. If you're having any difficulty, put some Zetas on your bounty hunters. There are a few Zetas. We'll go over some of those later on in the video. And if you're not able to still beat this after trying for hours and hours, that means that you're probably not at the appropriate gear level. So you should be able to beat this event, the tier 5 version, with gear 8 characters. In fact, I think you might even be able to squeak by with a few gear 8 characters even in the final tier, especially if you have at least one gear 12. Now speaking of gear, I want to quickly showcase where my bounty hunters are currently at. I actually took Dengar from gear 9 up to gear 11, and I probably should have not done that because it was not required to have a gear 11 Dengar. Dengar is relatively tanky, he can go into stealth, and so you could probably squeak by with a gear 7 to gear 9 Dengar. Now Bossk is going to be key here and he's going to be your tank. You want, if you were ever to have only one gear 12 character on your team, it would be Bossk. So definitely put most of your gear into Bossk and put a Zeta on his leadership. In fact, let's talk about Zetas real fast. Real quick, before Zetas, I actually want to make a quick point to make sure that you have Omega'd all of the payout abilities of the bounty hunters that you plan on using. These payout abilities are going to be great. Sometimes you can just do the level 2, but most of the time you want to have the Omega portion of that payout because it's dramatically better than the non-Omega ability, the level 2 version of the payouts. Now on to Zetas. Bossk Zeta is going to help you so much in this event. Bossk Zeta is highly recommended. It's so good in so many game modes. He is great in TB, TW, ships, everything, and I think that you should definitely, probably even if you have extra Zetas, double Zeta this guy, because Bossk makes every bounty hunter team great. He doesn't even need to be the leader. Now Boba Fett has a Zeta as well, probably not needed, but if you're going for just the unlock, maybe a Boba Fett led Zeta bounty hunter squad that's very undergeared could potentially, Boba Fett could just kind of solo the entire thing with that Zeta, maybe. Dengar has a Zeta, but not recommended whatsoever. Greedo has a Zeta on the special, which is going to help you a little bit, but I wouldn't do it for this event. I would only do it if you intended to run bounty hunters in arena with the recent Jango Fett, or maybe just make your bounty hunter team a little bit stronger in TW, and Cad Bane doesn't have any Zetas. So now let's jump into another battle. This is going to be tier 6 of the event, and we're running the same team. Now this battle did not go as easily as tier 5. Our Greedo got exposed because our boss got stunned and he couldn't taunt to protect Greedo, and our squishy Gear 9 Greedo is about to just meet his maker. So if you have a bad start and one of your characters dies in the first 30 seconds, maybe 30 to 60 seconds, it's not too bad to just retreat and save yourself the effort and time, because you might actually end up wasting time because it's less likely that you're going to be able to win, especially if you're using an under-geared team. It's kind of the same reason why sometimes we use auto. It's to save time. So in the event that you lose a character a little bit too early, don't be afraid to just retreat and start over again. It is a little bit frustrating, but it's going to end up saving you time in the long run. So we did lose our Greedo, but I have a Gear 10 Cad Bane, I have a Gear 11 Dengar, and Gear 12 Bossk, so I definitely had more than the required gear to complete this tier 6. And you can see Dengar, who's stealth in the corner. This is what I was talking about. He's stealth all the time. He's already kind of tanky as it is. So if you're short on gear, don't gear up your Dengar. Keep him low and potentially gear up your characters like Cad Bane or Greedo that are more squishy, that need extra gear way more than Dengar. So speaking of Dengar, in my opinion, the core bounty hunter team, the optimal bounty hunter team, is going to have a Bossk-led bounty hunter team with Dengar on it, and potentially putting another strong bounty hunter like Boba Fett. So that's going to be your core. Now you can put in Greedo, you can put in Cad Bane, you can run IG-88. All of those options are going to actually work because the core isn't really changing. So you can substitute a few characters, but you really want to run Bossk lead and put a Zeta on his leadership. If you don't have Bossk, then you want to take a look at what your Bossk is at, and if he's at 5 or 6 stars, you have a week to potentially get your Bossk up to 7 stars. It's not going to be the easiest thing to do, but you do have the capability of buying packs. You have the capability of buying the discounted stamina currency energy in the stores now as well. You also have the capability of refreshing his hard node. It's now reduced. Instead of 50 crystals, it's now 25 crystals. Then you can refresh it a second time for 50 crystals. Hopefully you guys were already doing that, because it's going to be kind of a panic farm if you weren't already. Now, if you can't do that, then just don't even try, because this event is extremely difficult with any other leader. Like Boba Fett lead is going to be difficult. Dengar has a leadership, Greedo has a leadership, Zam has a leadership, IG-88 has a leadership. None of those leaders are going to be very good. I didn't even bother to try Jango, Embo, or Aura because they're kind of premium characters, but Bossk has been free to play for a while now, and he is definitely the superior leader. You want to run Bossk lead and put a Zeta on Bossk. Alrighty, so now it's time to take a look at whether we have what it takes to get that last star for the one famous Wookie, Chewbacca. This is tier 7, the final tier of the legendary event. So in this battle, I tested out whether it would be a good idea to attack the guarded enemies before taking out Chewbacca. And a little bit of a spoiler alert, I was successful, but after testing this method compared to my tier 5 method, where I talked about taking out R2-D2, Lando, and Chewbacca first before taking out the guarded characters Han Solo and Rolo, Rebel Leia, Officer Organa, I will say that I was not impressed, and you should continue doing what I did in tier 5, which is going for the non-guarded characters first. I did save Chewbacca for last. I kind of also wanted to see how difficult he was, and he wasn't super strong. So this method will work, but it is, keep in mind, this is not, I repeat, not the best way or most efficient way, I guess I should say, of beating this final tier. Now, the nice thing about Boba Fett is if he dies, he will revive, and you just want to make sure that you get a kill, the final blow, with Boba Fett ASAP. So we're going to go for Lando here, and now we executed him, and now we have Bounty Hunter's Resolve again. So if Boba Fett ends up dying again, then he's safe. He'll just revive again, and we'll go from there. Now, we kept up Bossk, or I should say we kept alive Greedo, and once Bossk taunts for a second time, Greedo is not going to die for the rest of the battle. We did lose Greedo in tier 6, but we're not going to lose anyone in this battle. And look at the Dengar, as I was saying before, gear 11 is way overkill. You could probably do this with a gear 8 or gear 9 Dengar. So now the battle is kind of wrapping up here. This is how I won and beat the final tier of this event. Keep in mind, I'm going to say this one last time. I just want to make sure this isn't the optimal method. I just wanted to showcase a different method than I used in tier 5. And the tier 5 method was that I used in this video is way better. Go for Chewbacca, R2-D2, and Lando first, then go for Rolo and Han Solo last. So that is going to be a wrap. So after you beat the event, you will get this achievement. Don't let the Wookiee win. You get 100 crystals, 5 shards of the Chewbaccas in the game, and you also get a lot of mod salvage. That's 25 of the salvage that you can go from gold 5-star to 6-star or 6-dot mods, so that's nice. So let's unlock Chewbacca. Here he is, the first legendary of 2018. So he's a rebel scumbag. Tisk tisk. I'm waiting on my Snoke and Darth Revan still, but and my Grievous rework. Well, that's more Arnold's thing, but here's Chewbacca. I put a speed set. I took him up to gear 8. I Zeta'd Loyal Friend. I don't plan on using him in Arena anytime soon, so I didn't need the other Zeta. So he's bottlenecked by a stun gun, I believe, for that slot. I'm out of something, probably both stun guns and Kerbantes. It is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes of Kerbantes, of course. All right, guys, so I'm gonna head out. Make sure to smash a like button on this video if it was helpful, if you liked it, and also be sure to remember to write a comment down below so you can be entered in that Blue Designs giveaway. I'm also doing a giveaway on Twitter that's ending at Thursday at midnight, so if you want to double up on some giveaways, I'm Nukin YouTube on Twitter. All right, guys, good luck in this event, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Cheers.
be with you always.